Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day for a ride. I think we are just into the 30 degrees. Let's see what we got in the BMW. Yeah, it's 35 degrees. So it's perfect. Still have a problem with my remote key battery low. I didn't buy a new one, but I have 3 of the same battery in the house. Both my Harley key fobs take the same battery. No matter which battery I use, it all says they're low. I don't think that's the case, but I'll buy some new ones and see, but maybe I got another issue going on. But I'm bringing the spare plastic key, the one that you can start the keyless ride, just in case. So we're gonna go for a little ride, see if we can find some trails that are not covered in ice, and may even have a little fire. Let's get to it. All right, so we just found a trail I've never been on before. We are in southern Vermont, and I don't know how far this goes or what to expect from it, but let's find out. Looks like there's a bunch of trails over here. Oh, there's a lot of ice too, though, and a lot of water. We're gonna try to avoid the giant mud holes. I have absolutely no idea where any of these trails go. So, a couple of things I want to talk about. Oh gosh, hang on. How deep is this? Can you say sketchy? I am breaking my way through. Can't say I was expecting to do this. Let's get through the mud and then we'll talk about what we need to. Alright, that was a little bit fun, I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have to do it again. Oh man. Oh, there's a big river right there. Nice. What a cool little spot this is over here. What a cool little spot. All right, we're gonna hang out here for a sec. All right, how's this battery doing? Okay, this is cool, man. What a cool spot. All right, I'm gonna switch over the phone. Hang on. 38 degrees out, and it's absolutely beautiful. Still rocking just the motocross gloves. Having no problem with it at all. The heated hand grips on the Beamer actually work awesome. So, a couple of things I want to talk about today are, man, why are people so mean to each other? Especially like brothers that ride motorcycles. You know, like, we are way too hard on each other. If somebody wants to ride their bike during the winter, why you gotta give them shit? Why do you give them a hard time about, you know, oh, they salt the roads, you're gonna destroy your bike? Like, come on, man. There's plenty of people out there that ride all winter long. They spray that crap off their bike and they're okay. And you know what? Some of us don't care. I don't obsess over the bike itself. I bought my bike to ride it, not to stare at it. if that thing gets a couple nicks and chips and stuff like that in it from riding it all winter long, but like mentally what it does to me to be able to ride, it's far worth it, man. It's not the bike. That's not why I ride. I ride because I love to ride. I love to travel. I love to explore, you know? And then you got people that give each other crap about trailering their bikes. You know, like I went to Daytona last year. I brought the Harley down, and a friend of mine or a friend and me towed from here in Massachusetts down to my father's house in South Carolina, and then we rode the rest of the way from there. Oh, you're not real riders. You towed, you know, you hauled your bike down. That's not riding. Who cares? I had a blast. We had a great time. We had an awesome trip. Yep. You know how much it bothered me that we trailered? None. We didn't freeze our butts off from Massachusetts to South Carolina. We rode in beautiful weather. We had a great time. That's all that matters. You know, or people that ride trikes. Who cares? If that's the only way they can ride, or that's the way they're comfortable riding, or maybe they just like trikes, so what? Who cares? I don't know. People, I wonder, like, do they think it makes them a better person by putting others down? Because the chances are, the guy that's riding all year round, or the guy on the trike, or the guy that's asking what oil to put in his bike, even though the question's been asked 1,500 times, is probably going to be the first one to pull over to help you out when you're broke down on the side of the road. Be nice, man. Just be nice, people. So, all right, my rant's over. So many of you that have been following me for a while, Eric, I'm talking about you, man. You've been watching me since the beginning. Speaking of which, Eric, this season we're doing a coast ride. I'm bringing the Harley out to you, man. But so those of you that have been watching know that I just recently got monetized on YouTube. Finally making some money. Woo woo. Nothing big, nothing crazy. But that's not why I started this YouTube channel. I'm doing this because I really like the community. I like filming. I like editing. You know, I'm not really that good at it, but it's something that I enjoy to do. And I like community. I like meeting like-minded people that want to come out and ride. We don't have to do all the same style ridings. You know, I've been riding off-road a long time. So I'm pretty comfortable putting the bike into silly places. Not super good, but I don't mind doing that stuff. If you're not comfortable with that, but you want to do some light off-road riding, let's meet up, man. I'll take you on some light trails, and I'm all good. If you want to say, hey, I'm uncomfortable with that, let's go around, I'm good with that. I just like meeting like-minded people that want to ride, want to have a good time, grab some coffee, grab some good grub, and have some fun, you know? I'm in my mid-30s, and I don't have time for drama. I got kids, so I'm just looking to experience some good times with some good people and have some fun. So with that being said, man, this is just beautiful out here. What a cool spot. And this is not even far off the road. I didn't know it even existed here. So cool. But let's go explore some. See, like, you get to find cool stuff like this. All right, let's go. Okay, back on a bike. Guys, I am battling a little bit of a cold. So the last couple videos, you can hear me kind of huffing and puffing and gasping for air. That's why. Woo, rocky. Now I did it. All right, what am I stuck on? All right. Got myself stuck. Let's see if we can use the kickstand to get me out of it. See if we can pivot the bike. There we go. It's a handy little trick. That took a hole quick. Here we go. All right. Whew, now I'm winded. Been really struggling breathing with this cold. Oh, no ice. Nice little spot for a fire. Seriously, just what a cool spot. All right, so obviously it's very wet. Doesn't look like there's too much here. Just kind of a little turnaround hangout spot over here. I'm guessing there's not really a way to cross the river. That's a pretty big river. All right, this time the ice is already broke. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Back to exploring. Whew. It's a lot of work as a YouTuber to yes, I know. Get off your bike, set up the camera, film, get back off the bike, put your camera away. It's a lot of work. Definitely a different pace. So we'll just go on one of my random rambles, I guess. Learning how to ride the big bike off-road. I am learning that through the really gnarly stuff, the big rocks and everything, you really need to carry more momentum than what you would with like an off-road dirt bike. Man, people just dump back here. Why do you guys do that? Get yourselves a dump pass. You're doing so much more damage than the money you save. Cool, man. That was really cool. We'll have to explore that some more when there's not so much ice. Little train track. So look at, we are like literally, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. We are at the Vermont-Massachusetts border. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put my bike in enduro mode. All right, here we go. We don't have far on the road. Yeah! It's funny, man. I actually really hated these tires when I first got them. And now I'm a fan. Anarchy Wilds, man, I am a fan. I really think the biggest problem is I went from like a full street tire to like a 60/40, or they say they're 50/50, but they're definitely like the most aggressive 50/50 out there. And once I got some miles on them and did some off-road with them, now I love them. All right, so there's a trail right at the end of this road. I don't know if you saw the sign, it said no outlet. That, my friends, is a lie. I have been up this trail before in one of my videos. It's pretty cool. There's like a little watershed up here. Yeah, sorry guys for the coughing. And in the dirt. Let's switch to the old enduro. I had somebody say that with the as aggressive tires I'm using, I should really go into the Enduro Pro. And I wonder why, because to my understanding, the Enduro Pro is just a programmable version of the Enduro mode where you can kind of set your own settings. I don't know if I need to do that yet. You know, I think the Enduro mode itself, the regular one, works pretty good. Oh, we got to watch out for logs. There's leaves everywhere. Get that face shield up. Now I can see a little better. Tell you what, I am really looking forward to doing some off-road trips on this thing this coming season. You know, I'd really love to do the NEBDR, or at least a good portion of it. You know, I'm definitely, like I've said in previous videos, I'm a weekend warrior, so I get to sneak away for a day or two at a time. So obviously I don't think I'll be able to do the whole thing, but I would definitely do sections with it if anybody wants to hook up and do it. As long as you don't mind me filming, having fun. I don't care what you're riding. I don't care if you want to do some bypass on the gnarlier stuff. And I'm loving this. This is November 30th. So we're getting, well, tomorrow's December 1st, and I'm still riding, which is awesome for here in Western Massachusetts. All right. So my other video, I stopped here and I went down a different trail that brought us down to a road, and I'm pretty sure these trails go quite a bit further. So let's explore a little bit, but there's definitely quite a bit of different ways to go. I know some of these trails can get really, really gnarly up here. Being that I'm by myself, I don't want to get too crazy. But I don't know. Let's see what we find. I really got to get a good skid plate for this thing. This looks a lot smoother than that, so we'll go this way. I don't mind the gnarly stuff, but uh-oh. I think our way is blocked. Woo! Yep, saw that coming. See, this is where I mentioned I need more momentum. I kind of killed my momentum with that corner right there. And this bike is just too heavy with this tire. Like, I don't think I'll be able to, oh, hang on. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get going. So I gotta whip this thing around somehow. Let's see what we got. Off the front brake, a little bit of rear. That's the biggest thing, is maneuvering these big old beasts. You can see I'm kind of just working the wheel back and forth to get it to roll down the hill. Alright, here's the scary part, because my right leg is on a downhill, so we kind of just gotta, you had to commit there. Start leaning right where my right foot was not touching the ground, and just go with it. Easy on the front brake, because that would have been a spot where the front wheel could have washed out. So it's really just kind of commit and let her roll. But yeah, with these big bikes, man, if they start tipping over, let them go. Don't hurt yourself trying to hold a 600-pound bike up. It is not worth it. Try to pick a smooth line. That's the biggest thing too. Kind of always look ahead. Don't look right at your front tire. Half the battle with off-road riding is picking your line ahead of time. Woo, like I can feel the rear end really spinning on me up this hill. So you gotta have nice smooth throttle control, a little bit of clutch work to keep that that back end from spinning all over the place on you. Especially in these leaves. Alright, here's kind of a hairy section because of, if you can see it, because of this log that's coming across. On a dirt bike, I wouldn't think twice. I'd hit it It'd be like a jump. You'd have to be a much bigger one to be kind of sketchy, but because it's at an angle on a big bike, it makes me a little nervous, but it was no problem. Sometimes they can be wet, and you might even get the front end over it, but the rear end's gonna kick sideways on you. All right, where are we? Woo! Let's go this way. Just in case we gotta turn around, make a mental note. See this big tree, looks like a Y? We can see our marks where I tore up the leaves. That's where we gotta turn if we gotta turn around. I have a feeling this is kind of going back down to where we were, so it shouldn't be a problem. But you never know. This might get a little hairy. Looks like it's getting narrow. It's definitely gonna get rocky. You can see how there's bankings on both sides, so you know the water runs right down this. Ooh, that's kind of a hard hit. So far, not too bad. A lot of side-by-sides and four-wheelers use these trails. Do-do. So I kind of like tackle one trail at a time, and then I'll try to loop back to where I started, or find another way back around. Try to find like small loops instead of just going. I am pretty sure this is going to bring us right back to where we were. Oop. Hang on. There's that stick there. I would have turned right up. I don't know if I can make this now. We'll keep going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just the other trail that came up this way. Woo! It's definitely getting a little hairy. Yeah. Yeah, so this just links, does a little loop, see? We'll come right back down to where we were. Now we know where that trail goes. So we can explore further. Gotta watch out for these. They can get hairy. Woo! Haha. Cool. There's a little fire pit up here. I think let's stop, get a little fire going. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, see, something's been here big. Must have not been long ago because the ice is broken. Although this one looks like it froze back over. Mostly anyway. Yeah. Here's our little fire pit. So, let's do it. So adding on to what I said earlier about finding like-minded people, let me know if you guys feel the same way. It's not so much that I'm super passionate about motorcycles, although I am passionate, but it's the adventure that they bring me on. And I think that's why, like, I don't mind riding my bike in places where it's going to get scratched, it's going to get beat up. Honestly, to me, the scratches and the dings and the dents are just kind of like reminders of past stories that I've had on these bikes. But this is why, like I've said in previous videos, that I like kind of anything with a motor that, you know, pulls me into adventure. You know, I like trucks, I like boats, I like planes, all that type of stuff. Motorcycling so far just seems to be it's very easy to access. You don't need a lot of money to get into motorcycling. You could buy a beat up used bike and have a lot of fun doing it. You don't need much and it gets you kind of out of the bubble. You know, like in a car, you're almost in your own little atmosphere. But on a bike, you're gonna smell the smells, you're gonna feel the weather. If it's super hot, that's part of the adventure. If it's super cold, that's part of the adventure. If it's raining, you're gonna get wet. And you know, obviously we live in the US, we live very comfortable lives, but there's something very humbling to willingly put yourself into miserable situations. You know, it's not fun while you're going through it, but it absolutely adds to the adventure. That's just kind of how I feel about it. That's why I enjoy motorcycling as much as I do. You know, and like, I'm never sentimental about any particular bike. I could sell the BMW, the Harley, you know, anything tomorrow and not blink twice, and then just go pick something else up and get right back to it. It doesn't bother me. I don't get stuck on it. In fact, I drive my wife crazy just because of how many bikes I've been through. She doesn't get it. You know, she tends to hold on to sentimental value more than I do, and I just don't. I want to hold on to the experience of what that item, you know, allowed me to do. You know, I don't care if we're hiking. If we're going on an adventure and we're doing a 2-day hike, that's awesome. It just seems to be that motorcycle has been the best one for the community, and you know, I do enjoy it. I love riding bikes, so it's what kept me out of trouble as a kid. So kind of let the fire die out here, and I think we're gonna head home, maybe grab a coffee, and call it a day. So that's kind of the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along, and it was a pleasure having you with me. And thank you all who have subscribed and followed me. And we did it. We got it to monetized, which is just wild. It's super cool. So thank you all so much. And if you're new, my name's Chris. I forgot to mention that. Some people call me Howie. So I hope you stick around, and there's gonna be a lot more adventures. I'm still learning. I really hope my videos get better, and I plan to get better at it. So yeah, leave likes, comments, subscribe if you want to see more. And thanks again. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.